Alright, what's up, gentlemen? Today, talking about Astralis and their excellent timing on this default that turns into an execute, or as I like to call a fade. So, what they end up doing is, the normal. Here, let me just fly up over and pause it real quick. There's a normal default for like train. If you're trying to take control of any part like outside like gray chain or something, is you'll throw the sandwich smoke and E-box, and this basically cuts off CT info of Tcon. The sandwich smoke cuts off the most. The E-box smoke cuts off the info of you like crossing out because of the Z player. The sandwich smoke cuts off any info into Tcon from anyone unless they push up, because that's the only spot that you actually see into Tcon unless you're like back green or something. So what they do is what they have been doing this whole game so far is throwing sandwich and E-box and maybe send like one person T-con just to make presence, and nothing really happens. Like they throw these smokes, and they basically conditioned Team Spirit to think that these smokes are for the most part harmless. So obviously Team Spirit, they're still gonna respect the shit out of these smokes thrown by Astralis because it's Astralis, and they dump a lot of util when they see them. But what I wanted to highlight here is what I call like a fade, is that they end up throwing these smokes, and instead of waiting for them to fade and then re-execing, which is like different, just re-throw the smokes, they wait. Like their timing is perfect. They wait like the smoke lasts for 17 seconds. They wait like 14 or 13, somewhere around there, and gives them just enough time for them to, throw the smokes, let the CTs just see that nothing's happening, it's perfectly quiet, and then they wait like 13 seconds. Flashes come out, and boom, they use these smokes to gain ground. And as soon as they hit these smokes, they fade. So the smokes are useful for blocking out vision until they get to them, which they fade, which allows them to push through the smokes and get into the site. And you'll see this happen. Like I just saw this. I thought it was crazy. Like the timings of these tier one teams is insane. So you're gonna see the smokes land. You have the E-box, sandwich, and you got Dupree, Magis, and who else is in there? Who is that guy? I can't even see who that is. But they're in there, and look at, you see, they're waiting down, they're counting down the time. Smokes are about to fade, and you'll literally see Dupree and Magis walk up to these smokes, and then it's gonna fade as he gets up to it. Look at that timing. They got to use the smokes to gain ground, and as soon as they don't need it anymore, because once you get up to the smoke, you can't push through it because you're going to be pushing through the smoke and you're going to die. They timed it perfectly where they could use the smokes to gain the ground, smoke fades, and they can continue gaining the ground. And sadly, they ended up actually losing this round, but you can still, like, take the fundamentals out of this and, maybe implement this for yourself, some type of fade execute or fade default that you can throw into your team strat book. But, yeah, I could just let this play out if you would like to watch the rest of the round. I just thought it was really cool in concept. Sadly, they lose, but yeah, pretty sick. Never seen that before. Maybe I've seen it, just never noticed it. But yeah, hopefully this helps. Win games for me.